You're part of UCLA, which is probably one of the most storied organizations in basketball. Like, what was the deciding process of going to UCLA? I mean, is it because you were in LA, or is it just?
Well, I think for UCLA, it is the best university in the world. And I say that because we're always on the forefront and the cutting edge of like thinking about the world and the holistic athlete. So when you go back to Kareem, John Wooden, Bill Walton, you know what I mean? The Black Panther movement, you know what I mean? So many historical things have happened, at UCLA. And when you look at Bill Walton protesting during the whole Woodstock, right? For me, I am one of them, more so than I am a Duke guy, more so than I am a Kansas guy, right? And so it was like, I'm definitely a UCLA Bruin. I'm definitely want to be cut from the same cloth of great players, but also players who understood their voice, their value. Ed O'Bannon, right? The whole reason for NIL, right? And so to be able to be a seed or a leaf on that tree, a part of this is a lot of learning, right? And it's also a lot of wisdom and heritage that come with it. And so I want the responsibility to, if I go on to play, where do I want to be, and what type of people do I want to be around, and what badge do I want to use to represent me? And that was UCLA.
Hell yeah.
I mean, that's probably like the most insightful thought from anyone I've asked to why they went to. Usually it's like, yo, they gave me the biggest bag.
I wish. I was good, though. I was in LA, so I was good.
Mr. Basketball,
good.
Baby.
You said Jules has gotten you to run through like a brick wall. I feel like you're going to get me to run into a library.
Take me with you.
Yo, speaking of knowledge in UCLA, I know this was the Steve Lavin era, but you have any good John Wooden stories and getting to meet him on campus ever?
John Wooden, he was like Yoda. I had breakfast with John Wooden in the Valley at his old breakfast spot, and he was a coach. He was he was one of us, and he was just personality. We talked about hoop. We talked about the game he liked, the players he didn't like, why he didn't like them. You know what I mean? He had this polarizing aura and pedigree, but when you met him, he was so present, and he was just like the most down to earth, right? And he was just like the coach, the teacher. Like, you felt like you understood why he was so successful.
Yeah.
Because he was so humble. And he could, and I remember I took like his book pledge. I had to raise my hand, take his pledge, but it was all based on, the pyramid of success, the pillars of education, the pillars of preparation, preparedness that leads to success, right? And just being at that breakfast, he was very funny. He was very charismatic. And he was a coach, so he wasn't holding back.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was like one of those. It was like, whoa, like, oh, okay.
You
like,
can't take it out.
Yeah.
He probably touched you, too.
Oh,
to
man.
See if you're in shape. How you doing, son?
Yeah.
Now, did you show up 10 minutes early?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
If you're on time,
you're
late.
I was. Yeah, you have to be there.
That's insane, right? I think
it's like you get a chance to beat John Wooden. You just sitting in the parking lot on your phone, like waiting for the person that invited you to like show up so you can make sure you walk in right. But just an amazing aura and something that it's like you want to be like this as a coach, as a parent, as a boss, as just a leader, right?
Very accountable. And any time, I mean, I've been in probably 15, 16 different locker rooms. There's always a John Wooden quote somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, that he'll live forever because of that, because
Yeah.
of the man he was and how he lived and the coach that he was. But, you know, to hear that he was a great human.
Yeah. He didn't like tattoos, though.
Yeah, I mean.
He sweated me about the tattoos. Like, you got tattoos? I was like, at the time, I didn't have this. I was like, yeah, I got one on my chest, on my back. I was like, this is my grandmother's name. You know, I got. He was not feeling the tattoo era.
School.
The tattoo era athlete. He, you know, and that's our culture. Like, everybody has tattoos. So
I bet you he would have changed, though, if he was. Because he
would
likes
have
to
had
win.
to.
He likes to win.
he would have had to. He would have had to.
He was even making Bill Walton get a haircut, like a little hair over the ears. He didn't even like that. I heard.
Yeah, he was. I heard that too.
Oh, we used to have to shave our facial hair at UCLA.
Did you?
Oh, man, before every game, Coach Michael Holden, shout out to Coach Michael Holden, he'd come over, he'd be like, hey, Julian, you see me though. You know what I'm saying? And, like, you know, dudes didn't really know how to shave. So, like, I'm like, Coach, look. And be like, yo, you got,
5 cuts.
you know, you got a little piece. You got a little piece. Hey, dude, you have to be booty face.
Bare knuckle Barry.
You got to be booty. That face got to be booty face, baby booty face. Smooth, no hair.
Jack, I want you to go back and see if we can get in those eras. If we get like a stat on anyone that had like a toilet paper cut. You know, 'cause a lot of kids don't know how to shave. They're going to cut themselves.